we've only just started. So, but yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's fun. We've got kind of a different feel this year. It's a bit grittier and just a bit darker in a sense. But it's really cool. I'm really excited for everything to see it.
How much of that darkness comes from Ben? I mean, have you Ben Edlund? He's on now. Like, what do you know of his past work, and how do you think he's shaping this season?
I think all around in general, everybody. I mean, so happy to have Ben. I just met him actually just outside. So happy to have him on board. But I think it's everybody in general. The whole, you could tell that there's just a different shift in the tone of things, and it's got a bit. It's the same show that we've had, but there's just it's a bit dirtier and grimier and. I don't want to give anything away, which is the unfortunate thing. You were asking us earlier, they're like, do you ever get nervous in interviews that you're going to give things away? Yes, absolutely, all of the time.
Do you know anything about what's the main focus of season 2? Or?
I don't know what the focus is, but I can tell you that the bombs do drop, and so there's kind of an aftermath to deal with that. And each character develops in many. We see the relationships go in different ways. Charlie gets a little. She's on her own. It takes place 3 months later after everything's happened, and she goes out on her own and she gains her independence, and kind of we see that whole side of her, and everybody's relationships develop in different ways.
Do you think Charlie and her mother can ever kind of heal their relationship and overcome all the conflict that they've had?
I don't know. I mean, like I said, I haven't read going forward from what I've seen and from what I feel. I don't think so. It's just there's. I mean, but who knows, right? Your parents are your parents, and sure, eventually she could find it in her heart. But too much has happened. Too many bad things have happened, and I think there's a lot of. I think she also doesn't know her mom well enough to allow for that forgiveness. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So Charlie's a bit angry at everything right now. So it's fun to play with me. But yeah, I'm not sure what will happen with their relationship.
Is there room for romance this season, or it's still too dark to...
There's room for romance. There's always room for romance. No, I'm just kidding. There is. There's like I said, there's different relationships that come about, and you'll see a different side of Charlie for sure.
How much do you get to have input on Charlie? I mean, do they take your suggestions?
Eric's awesome. Yeah, if I love just reading whatever they put in front of us. I love reading and get so excited to get to play. But if there's ever an idea that I have or I'm curious about something, he's right there for us to call, and is always open to all of our ideas and stuff. So yeah, for sure, it's awesome.
Who would you say for this coming season is going to be? I mean, from what little you know, will be Charlie's support structure, because she said she's out on her own, and she has issues with her mother. So, who can she count on at this point?
Herself. Yeah, she really gains her independence, and last year there was a lot of she had come. It was really important for us to play the fact that she had come from this literally absolutely having nothing to do with the warrior side of things, and then it was really evolving. By the end of the season, she kind of really gains her strength, but then now she's, it's almost like when you finish school and you go backpacking by yourself. That's kind of how I see her. She's just she's seeing the world, and she's embarking on her own journeys, and she has nobody to hide. She has nobody but herself to rely on, her own wits, everything that she's learned from Miles as far as fighting goes, and that's it.
Have you done that, going alone packing, and what things have you done to help you prepare to play?
I started, what I really want to do, everyone keeps asking me if I've done a day without any electricity to prep, and I want to do that. I think I'm gonna try it out now that I've found my place and I've moved into my place. It's a lot easier to do it than the hotel. but I really want to do that, and I'm gonna kind of try and keep everybody posted along when I do it on Twitter or whatever. After. After. But beforehand and after, do it for a weekend or whatever. And just see. I think that'll be really fun to do. But outside of that, just really been working out and. I feel like myself personally, I'm growing at the same time as Charlie's growing. So just a lot of going through things with her along the way. So I'm ready.
What do you think you're going to miss the most when you go without electricity?
I think the refrigerator is going to be a tough one, especially because I'm going to have to clean everything out first when unplug it. And my nightlight.
Your nightlight, seriously.
What? No, I'm just kidding. No, I think honestly the fridge and just not having myself, not being not communicating with anybody because I don't think anybody else is going to go along this journey with me. So it's just going to be me and my dog hanging out. It'll be like I Am Legend. Ooh. Yeah.
Hopefully with a different ending for your
Hopefully. Hopefully. Wow. Put that out there.
Spoiler alert.
So you were saying you do get to contribute some to your character and some suggestions. Is there anything that's changed based on what you said Charlie might do?
Not anything that I would put my finger on to say. Yeah, everything that they've put forward for me, I love, and I'm really excited to play and to do. There's been nothing where I've read it and been like, our writers are awesome, really, and I'm having a great time just playing exactly what's been put in front of me. Yeah.
Would you like to see more romance, for Charlie, or how would she deal with that? Because she's so has trust issues and she doesn't want to depend on other people, kind of thing.
That's the thing. I mean, that's another part that's been fun for me to play is that she, developing the relationships or lack thereof, she's kind of emotionally shut down and pretty damaged. So there is. She does interact, being on her own, she does interact with people, and she has her fling or whatever. But there's no emotional attachment there. She's just not ready to do that yet. So it'll be fun to watch her be able to overcome that, hopefully, or not, and how that deals with the relationships going forward.
Were you surprised with the success of the show last year? Were you expecting it?
I mean, I try not to put any expectations on it. I was thrilled by the response that we've gotten. I just, we work really hard and couldn't be happier the fact that people are loving it as much as they are, and we have such a great fan base supporting us. That's pretty much all you can hope for, right? And so the fact that it's happening for us is amazing.
And do you feel more responsibility this year?
Pardon me?
Do you feel more responsibility this year then?
No, I think last year I did more so than this year. Last year I was because it was all new to me, and even doing the interviews and stuff like that, I get really shy. But no, I think the support group that we have around us with the producers, cast members, to everybody is really encouraging in everything that we do. So I don't feel scared or pressured. I feel excited, and I really just can't wait for you guys to see how they've got a little teaser reel that they're going to show, and I'm excited for everybody to see it and see what we've been up to. I think you guys are going to dig it.
Thank you.